Welcome back, all you YouTube nail mother lovers. How are you going? How are you doing? It's been a day or two, so let's do some nail stuff. Today I am going to show you how I did palm trees. Today's going to be blue, tomorrow's going to be the purple. So let's get started. Ah, there's an ant on me, gross. So today we're working on tips, and as we always do when we work on tips, especially when you're putting them on your own fingers, is start with the Ombre Gel-X tip prep, and then we're going to base coat today using Makartt and Born Pretty products. I've completely forgotten what the numbers are, so I will find out and put them in the description if I decide that I'm going to be a proper YouTuber and not just mess about. So we're taking a dark blue and a light blue, and when I ombre I like to have a wet piece of lint-free pad just so that I can clean my brush. So start swiping backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards for the ombre, and then go up a bit and down a bit, up a bit, down a bit, up a bit, down a bit. This creates a nice mix of the color to start with. Clean your brush, okay, because we're going to go from the top all the way through to the bottom. Shit, that's fast. That speed ramping was a bit quick. What I always like to do when I am ombreing is have a little decant of the colors that I'm using. So if I get a bit overbearing and I scratch through a bit harshly, just add a little bit to the ombre brush and touch it up. Easy peasy. Now, some of you are looking at this and going, that is the shittest fucking ombre I have ever seen. And alas, I would agree. But this ombre is for a beach scene, and therefore it is a rising morning kind of feel to it. So I don't want it completely perfect, because you want the striations to represent the differences that you would see in the color of the sky in nature. Did I get that out correctly? Geez, I fumble my words sometimes. But back and forward, up and down, clean your brush, go from the top all the way down to the bottom. The reason we, make sure you do the ends, the reason we put the darker color all the way up the top is because it's more overpowering than the lighter color. So the further down your dark is, the further down your dark will end up. So if your dark is up the top, you'll end up with it halfway down. Shut the fuck up talking about dark and light and paint a palm tree. This is the whole point of the video, Kadence. Thank you so much, Kadence. Shall we continue, Kadence? Yes, I think we shall, Kadence. Thank you. Okay. Draw a straight line-ish. Draw a wiggle line-ish down the nail. And then for the main leaves, you don't want to crowd the top of the trunk. So see what I'm doing here? I'm going heavy. I'm swooping up like a upside down U or a N or a M, or pick a letter that's squovish shaped. So I'm doing heavy on the brush and then light flick. I've changed from the liner brush to the ultra liner, the tiny, change from the ultra liner to the detailer. This brush is tiny. Have no product on your brush. Put product on it, but then wipe it off. You know what I mean? See what I'm doing? Just wiping it off. It's basically a dry brush. Go down the side of the line and just pull out the black. I haven't cured any of this, so I am playing with fire right now. If I fuck it up, I've got to wipe the whole thing off, and about 6 minutes worth of work is up the shit. So if you're not comfortable with each step, cure it. It's okay. You can fix it in post. You can fix it with the top coat, and we're going to TBT this one. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're TBTing. We'll find, if you're new here, you'll find out what that is in a minute. So that's the trunk. I still haven't cured. Am I crazy? Yes, I am. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to take the detail brush onto the leaves. Look how much I shake. That's fucking amazing that I can get anything on a nail, the amount that I shake. So I'm taking the detail brush, and gee, isn't that a really good fucking look at this? Look at the chunk out of the side of my nail, would you? Oh, I did that in the fridge door. Anyway, what I'm doing is taking a basically dry liner, and I'm pulling from that swoop, and I'm pulling down in the same direction that the swoop is going, but they're really, really small strikes or swipes or lines. And the key to making them look real is non-uniformity. Some go straight out, some go closer to the line. I would love to be able to show you what I'm talking about, but my fucking thumb is in the way, so yay okay to being able to film overhead. But there you can see some are coming straight out, and using the detailer you can adjust the length of the branch. I think it's called a branch. Is it a branch of a palm tree? A frond. A palm frond. You can adjust the frond. Okay, so here we go. I'm speeding it up because I'm just talking shit at this point. So pull them down. They don't all have to be in the same direction. In fact, it's better if they are not. It will look more real. And don't crowd the center. We will get to the center in just a minute. See how you've got lots of room to move? You've got room to put balls. You've got balls of room to put balls up there. I'm talking about coconuts. I'm just a fucking child. Anyway, so because you didn't crowd it, you're able to put detail in the middle. If you have learnt something, please subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. We are, as a community, trying to get 100 followers by Valentine's Day, and we're gonna do a love week instead of a Valentine's Day. So subscribe and stay tuned for that. So I'm just going to do a little palm tree, and the little palm tree is, in theory, further away. Well, that's what I'm going to tell you. It's further away. So the further away the palm tree is, the less detail there is on the fronds overall. So they don't need to be as precise as the big palm tree, which is closer. And the devil is in the detail of this one with the trunk. So don't do the small pullouts of the trunk. Go over the line and just do a little wiggle jiggle. Just do a little wiggle jiggle. And the wiggle jiggle gives the impression that it's further away. I fucked it and I didn't like the bottom of it, so I got rid of it and it's just leaning in on the side. So yeah, if you do a little wiggle jiggle, then it makes it look like it's further away because there's less detail. It's as simple as that, really. And you have two palm trees on a nail. Hold it upside down because it's lumpy bumpy. Put it in the lamp. I couldn't think of what I called it then because I didn't put a cure in the edit. So what I'm doing here is TBT. So I've top coated it. Now I'm buffing it. And we're going to top coat it again. So a top, a buff, a top, a TBT. If you're new here, that's what that means. It's nothing weird and sexual. It's just a TBT. I hate doing it because, one, I'm lazy and it's an extra step, but it does make it look super cool. And two, I hate dust. So here we are, the finished result. Two palm trees in the blue with the blue ombre, a simple ombre, two colors. Don't go overboard ombreing because you want that variation in the back. How cool does it look? I think it looks cool. I prefer it that way when I'm doing scenes, as you are. So please like and subscribe to this channel. you will see that there's a purple version of this. Stay tuned for that, either tomorrow or in the next few days, depends how motivated, let's call it motivation instead of lazy, I am. It's a little bit more complicated because of the ombre, but we all are here to learn, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!